It is Monday, October 26, 2020, and this is your Three Gorges Dam update. We have three pieces of information to cover today, including a look at the live stream and the water level at the dam. We're also going to have a look at some of your insightful comments, and we have some new tweets that don't actually involve the dam, but are interesting. Let's hop into it. And a brief caveat before today's video. While researching for these reports, I come across information from various sources. Just because I decide to include a piece of information doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with it. I like to let you decide for yourself. Moving on. And first, let's have a quick look at the live stream at the dam. And the spillway angle camera is still up and running today. And now a quick look at the side angle camera. It's still deactivated. Next, let's have a look at the water level at the dam. The current water level is 174.66 meters. The current inflow is not noted, and the current outflow is listed at 11,000 cubic meters per second. It is worth noting that these numbers are released by the CCP. Over the past 24 hours, the water level at the dam is up about 1/5 of a meter. It was about 174.45 meters and currently sits at 174.66 meters. Upstream at Kuntan, the water level has also risen a bit. It was about 175.77 meters and currently sits at 175.82 meters. And this comment's courtesy of Robert Stevens. You should look at a structure like a runway as close as possible to the dam. This way, if it is distortion from the satellites or weather in the area, it will be common to both. I am glad you keep tabs on this. I really hope the structure is okay. Great channel, by the way. Thank you for the comment, Robert. Let's have a look at that. Okay, let's see if we can find something like a runway. And we're just north of the dam right now. It's like a soccer field. And it does look slanted towards the river. Almost like it's mapped over top of the geography. Let's look for something else here. Not an airport. Alright, what's this? This looks like a shipping port. Clearly distorted though. Definitely mapped over the geography, or being altered for security purposes is also possible. Thanks for pointing that out, Robert. And our next comment is courtesy of Rocket Surgeon. The dam is only warped by a few inches, not at all like Google Earth shows. Also, the first tweet at 5:13 is just the swirling water coming from the hydropower turbines. The outlets are below the water line, so you don't see it like the sluice gates. And I'm not a rocket scientist or a brain surgeon, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. No, seriously. I know it's almost like a 50-50 split, it seems. Some people think there's cavitation. Some people think this is just water being kicked up by the turbines. Great point. Thank you for sharing that with us, Rocket Surgeon. And our next comment is courtesy of PB321A. Where are the new photos? Google Earth? And thank you for the comment, PB321A. The new photos that I was referring to in Saturday's video start at the 5-minute and 30-second mark. I'll leave a card above this photo if you're interested in checking it out. And our next comment is courtesy of Dave Etchels. I think the issue with the dam distortions have been attributed to Google Maps mapping of the satellite photos onto the underlying geodetics. Satellite views shot from an angle are mapped onto the pre-existing gorge topographics because the underlying ground form was a deep ravine. Mapping oblique angle satellite images onto that shape results in significant distortion. Comparing the dam images with those of airports isn't a valid comparison because the underlying ground forms for airports are flat to begin with. Thank you for the insightful comment, Dave. When thinking back to Saturday's video, there was a comment on Friday's video where a gentleman had said that the dam was actually mapped using satellite and that things like the Denver airport, the Hoover Dam, domestically are mapped using an airplane. Therefore, we have much crisper images. That could also play a role in that. And that could explain why the soccer stadium we had a look at and the cargo port both showed signs of distortion and ribboning. On to our next comment, courtesy of Bobby Hill. I have noticed you keep focusing on the distortion. There's no actual distortion. What it is that Google Earth superimposed the photos over a 3D topographic old map before the dam was there, so it shows the contours of the old riverbed. And that supports Dave's comment. Thank you for sharing that with us, Bobby Hill. On to our next comment, courtesy of Leah Lee. I have been following your channel for a long time now, but haven't commented before. It is very interesting and informative. If there was nothing to hide about the Three Gorges Dam and what they are doing there, and with the water input and output, they would be transparent and show us, so they obviously don't want us to know the truth. And thank you for the comment and the kind words, Leah Lee. What you've stated is clearly possible, but I've also read that measuring the inflow at the dam isn't as easy as just listing the outflow. It involves a number of steps upstream and is quite a process, hence the reason why the inflow numbers aren't listed as frequently as the outflow numbers. If someone is more knowledgeable about that, please share it with us in the comments. And our last comment is courtesy of AngWeb. Can you tell me what is really going on? I'm behind on this. And that's a great question, Ang. I think a lot of us are actually trying to figure out what is really going on. And personally, I think that's a big problem in the world today with media and news, and everything's so polarized, it's just hard to get the truth anymore. But since late June, it's been raining in China, generated a lot of floods up and down the Yangtze River. It's caused a lot of concern that the Three Gorges Dam is under intense pressure. At a certain point during all of this, the CCP admitted that the dam had deformed slightly, and now the dam's water level is nearing a record level. That could just be topping it off for the winter at 175 meters, or there could be something bigger at hand, and that's basically where we are. Ang, thank you so much for the comment. Thank you for watching this video. If you're finding it informative, please consider giving the channel a subscribe. And our last piece of information is a series of interesting tweets. And I think that's a good place to wrap up today's video. I hope that you found it informative, and check back soon for more content.